Sorry, Duke. I tried to put my games in the Google Doc,
That's okay.
but
I didn't bother because I've only played one game this week.
um,
Yeah, I'll delete the ones I haven't played.
Is it me or is Chinny like freezing up?
A little bit, but it should be okay, hopefully. Oh no, God, no, he's gone terrible now.
Uh-oh.
It's his new microphone.
Is it the new mic or is it your dodgy internet?
No, it'd be the dodgy. I'm guessing because he's.
Oh God!
Oh God! Good job we haven't started the show. Chinny's frozen. It's totally frozen. Look at him. Look at him.
Code red.
Beautiful face. Code red, everybody. Code red. Chinny's frozen.
Do code red.
Oh no. Be fine. Be fine.
I'm making us bigger. Shinny has a very puzzled look in his frozen expression.
Cry me a river. Cry me a river. I cried a river over you.
Oh, great. Now it's gone.
Oh, good. He's gone altogether.
Well, his face is gone. Maybe he couldn't take the singing.
Oh, well. He'll be back in a minute. Sure, he'll be back.
I hope so.
So do I.
Yeah, and then the raccoons' hemorrhoids just went everywhere.
Yeah, they did.
I forgot we haven't been doing that for a while.
No, we haven't.
Fun stuff.
And then when I turned round, the elephant just sat on my head.
You do one, Chinny.
See? Yeah, you can't do one. You can't even hear him.
Chinny's in permanent freaked out mode.
There he is.
Oh, he's blinking though. He's sorting through stuff.
He's trying to get a better connection. It's Virgin, I tell you. Terrible. Mind you, I don't think he's on Virgin. Oh, wait a minute. His head moved then. That's a good sign. It's a good sign.
I don't want to go blind.
Blind.
Come on.
I can't take no more.
If you get your mic connected, it's a double meaning there.
That's good.
Then he's got his hectic, and then he's shaved his hair. Gonna shave his hair. Can you hear me out? Can you hear me out?
Ow.
I see through you.
See through you. Oh, God.
Jenny, what? What?
What the hell is going on?
We had such perfect clarity, such dulcet tones.
It was totally working, and now it's just gone to shit.
Well, we're hearing some static. I wouldn't say we've gone to shit. We're just hearing static.
It's gone to shit, man. He's like, why is my microphone? He's looking at his microphone physically. I like that. It's got a robot. Dalek. He's a Dalek chin.
It does kind of sound like a Dalek there.
Dalek Chinny.
What up, Fraser?
Well, yeah, word up, Fraser. We're trying to get some audio off Chinny, but it ain't happening. It's like, exterminate. Wow. He's obviously had it in a box too long.
I guess.
Yeah, he did.
Sorry, Chinny. We're hearing is static, Chinny.
Yeah, static. He'll have to go back to his Apple earphones or whatever. Wow. So have you had a good week, Duke, while we're waiting for Chinny to sort his shit out?
Yeah, it was long, but not too bad. We were supposed to have a snow day on Friday. It looked like we were going to have one, and then we got a lot of snow, but they still made us go to school. So a lot of the students were cranky about that, but whatever.
Oh, what, because you didn't get a day off?
Yeah.
God.
And I told them, like, hey, look, Cornell West said frustration of an expectation.
Oh, sort of. I'm not sure whether it's an internet issue rather than a microphone issue. I'm not too sure.
I don't think this is going to work. at all. No, I don't think it's the microphone. I think it's my connection because I'm tethering from my phone and I still don't have internet. It's my tethering from my phone and I'm very low on data on my phone, so I don't think this is going to work.
Oh, geez.
Why is it? I don't think low on data has a
well,
like
whatever. I
connection
trust
to...
him says that if he says that's what the problem is, that's what the problem is. That's frustrating.
I guess it might just me and you, Duke.
I guess so.
No, hey, Fraser's in. Does Fraser want to come and join us, maybe? Fraser's in the chat. Maybe he'll join us for a bit.
Look, when I spoke then, there was about 15 seconds delay.
Yeah, that's definitely not working, is it?
It's weird that you could tether your phone last week, but not this week.
Yeah, and the week before, 2 weeks.
I don't know. Could you call in with your phone using Zoom rather than tethering an internet connection?
Oh, that's a good idea. I like that.
15-second delay while he processes this.
You could do audio only, maybe.
Chenny, try using Zoom on your phone. Okay, well.
You need to get that phone connected. Writings on the wall. Because if that phone's not connected, he ain't gonna call. He ain't gonna call. He ain't gonna call.
There we go.
Yeah, let's just...
Should we just start with you and me?
Yeah, I think we just start. If he comes in, he comes in. Who cares? Let's just get on with this thing.
Okay, I guess we'll get on.
He'll either be here or he won't be here. He's played games as well, which makes it more frustrating.
Yeah, I know, right? What the heck?
Yeah, I know. Oh, wait a minute. I thought he was in for a second then.
Nope.
No. Right, let's go, dude. Let's just
do
this.
All right, let's just do it, I guess. Sorry, Chinny.
Let's just do this.
We hope you can join us with Zoom on your phone, but...
Let's start the motherfucking show, bitch!
Welcome, yo, to the Veteran Gamers. Juju, Ginny, other fellas will tell you about every single game that you're playing this week. News, reviews, and an indie pick. Stu story time and Chinny's game breakers. Here comes Duke with the soundbite saviors.
And when is
the Veteran Gamers?
It's this weekend.
And how much does it cost?
It's free.
And when is it?
It's this weekend.
Switch that console off before you have to press repeat, yo.
What else did you want to discuss?
Hello and welcome to episode 688. And Chinny ain't here, mate. There you go.
Of the Veteran Gamers podcast. 688 is the episode number. For God's sake. I'm the only one sane and capable. No, you're doing a remix with the episode number. That doesn't make any sense.
Do you not like that?
No.
Well, I thought
you could at least put some scratching on it. You got a DJ set there.
688. 688.
Really? That's what you think scratching sounds like?
That sounds exactly like
a dying mouse.
The baby scratches.
Anyway. Hi, welcome everybody. I'm the Duke.
I'm the Duke. You're the Duke.
Yes, I'm Duke.
I'm the Stu.
Damn, Stu is in a punchy ass mood. All right, here comes Chinny for real this time. He's gonna have it working now. Yeah, all right, there we go. He's got his phone going. He's vertical instead of horizontal. He's connecting to audio. Hey, Chinny, can you hear us?
Hey!
Hello.
You sound pretty good there, actually. That sounds pretty good.
Doing.
Oh. I don't know what's up.
Now we can see up his nose.
I'm here. I'm fine. I'm here.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, we're glad you made it.
Yeah, we are. Oh my God.
Stu's been butchering the start of the show, and
I've been having fun with it. Having
fun with it. That's one way to put it. Your nose is real big, Chinny. It looks like you're.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
but
is. I didn't realize you had such a big nose, to be honest.
Well,
I thought I was the only one on the show with a big nose. You know what I mean? I mean, this is a bit of a conk going on here. Wow.
It's a bit. It's a big nose if you're close to it.
Right.
It is pretty big, that. Wow.
Which is true about anything. My butt's real big if you get close to it. So.
Your butt's just real big.
Well, that too.
I don't know if I can hold a phone for like an hour and a half.
That's why you need to get one of those Nintendo little cradles, or get a wallet and put it up in front of it.
Yeah, that'll be fine. That'll work.
You put it rested on something, a stack of books.
Yeah. What about sellotaping it to your chest?
Ooh, get like a coat hanger and just dangle it right in front of you, like
right
that.
in front of your face. Wow, now we've got a proper chinny shape. Yeah, I think you should just do that. It'll be fine. Just keep swapping hands as the show goes on. You'll be
I'll
fine.
just do this, and then you.
Yeah, that's good.
That's fine.
We can see your forehead.
Yeah, we can.
That's fine. You're gonna have to live with that.
That'll do. It's
All
fine.
right.
We can see we can see up your nose. It's all good. Wow. Anyway, so
All
how are
right,
you
who's
guys?
got a
You
story
all right?
time? I'm guessing Chinny has a story time.
It's time for a story, it's time for a story, a very special story, especially for you. It's time for a story, it's time for a story. Sit down and listen now, don't be a Jew.
Yeah.
Did we start the show already?
Yes.
Yeah, we did.
We did it while you were gone.
All right.
We did. We weren't sure you were coming back, so that's right. You know.
Stop
like,
rotating your camera.
Oh my god, I feel a bit. It's like, oh my god, it's like bad VR. This, you know, when you feel a bit sick.
Oh, you mean all VR? Yeah.
All VR, bad VR. shit.
Hey. All right, go ahead, Chinny. Hit it.
Yeah, go on, Chitty. When you getting your fucking internet sorted out? Bloody hell, fire!
I'm tired of hosting the Zoom call
Yeah,
and
it is.
the
The
OBS
22nd,
and everything.
The 22nd, I told you. The 22nd.
Yeah, well,
we
tell
can't
them to hurry it
remember our
up.
steps.
Expedite it. I'll
Yeah.
pay for a rush order.
That's a week
No.
on Wednesday. Jesus Christ!
What
So
can I do?
you've got another week of this, Duke. By the way, because it's
That's
a week
fine.
on Wednesday.
I could put awesome, cool. Did anyone notice it's a different beach scene this
Yeah,
week?
I like the beach.
Yeah,
I like
I'm gonna
that.
mix
Makes
it
you
up.
feel
Find
good.
a different
Some
beach
beach.
every week. Next time it's
Look
gonna
at
be
them lovely
Bali.
waves.
Well,
Bali.
I'm
that'd be
very,
nice.
I've been living off my phone data,
Yeah.
like tethering my phone to like my laptop and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, I got loads of data left. I'm
Oh,
all
no,
right.
you
And then I
don't.
checked it, and I got like 13 gig left. So after this call, I might be done.
No, it won't use that much up. It'll be fine. God,
Wow.
you'll be lucky if it's a gig. Let's be honest.
So, are you feeling more
Well,
settled
good.
in your new place, Chinny?
Yeah, how are you liking it?
Yeah. Today we watched our first film in the house.
Oh, have you got your
Which
telly
was
up?
it?
Well, sorry, I'm eating.
So unprofessional.
It's like we're living in 2004.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
Do you have a CD?
we watched a DVD
Wow, that's crazy.
Wow, DVD.
What DVD?
because we don't have any internet. And I bought this DVD when I used to live at my mum and dad's house. And I always
Was it
wanted to watch
Passenger
this film.
57?
No, it was The Hurt Locker, starring Jeremy
Ooh,
Renner.
okay.
there you go.
Not a bad film. Not a bad film.
And honestly, I watched it and I thought it was fucking awful.
Really?
Really?
Very cheesy. Very
Huh.
cheesy. Like,
That's interesting. I
God,
wouldn't have
man.
thought that's the case.
I don't know if I can go back there, man. And it's like, it doesn't hold up very well.
Huh.
So, yeah, it was a bit cheesy. But yeah, we watched the film. Watched the DVD. We've been watching. Got the DVDs out, which I was gonna throw away, and Tara's like, "See, this is why you keep DVDs." I'm like, "No, get rid of them." But yeah, and I've been playing my Raspberry Pi, retro Raspberry Pi.
Ooh.
Ah, the
Um,
pie.
So it's basically like I've been living in 2004, like playing games offline, watching DVDs. Remember DVD menus?
I do. Yeah.
Special
Extras.
features. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Oh.
and then we watched
Commentary on.
a very underrated. I've got a DVD of a very underrated sketch show that was made in the 90s called Big Train, which stars
I love
Simon,
Big Train.
Simon Pegg, and I watched. Yeah, I love that. I've got the DVD of that because that's not on Netflix or anything, so I kept that. So we watched an episode of that. Yeah, that's pretty much
Old
what I've been up
Tech
to.
Chin, that's what we're going to call you from now
The
on.
news with the office, by the way, is that there is carpet in the office now.
Oh,
Hey.
who's those in the
Fresh
attic?
carpet. My
Is it red
desk
carpet?
my desk is set up,
Nice.
Nice.
but I couldn't find the screws for my chair.
Ah.
Oh, God, you're very
otherwise-
fancy chair.
My fancy chair. So
Now you
otherwise it
could
would
be
have been-
taking us on a tour of all this. Just stand up and walk around with your
Yeah,
phone.
you could. You could just
Oh.
walk around your house. That'd be cool.
Well,
Then
Yeah,
I'd have to
I'll
stand
do it.
up and not stuff my face during the show.
That's right. Yeah, you could
Oh.
actually be doing something useful. You got your phone and all. You can give us
No,
a tour of
what
the
I-
office.
what I like to do is make the show inclusive for
Yeah.
the audio listeners.
Well, you
But
can
Yeah.
this-
describe it while you're walking around, can't you?
Yeah.
But this week fuck them. Right?
Yeah. There we go.
So this is the living room. We're in the living room now.
Hang on. I want to make the video better. Speaker. How do I get rid of the other one?
Guitar over there.
Wow, look at that guitar.
Hide
Hopefully,
selfie, no.
hopefully Tara's decent and she's not like,
Yeah, that wouldn't be good.
naked or anything. So this is interesting. So this is our dining room. Ooh,
Yes.
right, and it's an absolute shit tip. Can you see?
Yeah,
we see. I'm sorry, I can't make
What do
you
you-
fill the screen. I wish I could.
Well,
I
it'll
guess I
be
could do
fine.
this.
So it's a shit tip. There's just like stuff everywhere in here.
That's like a storage locker.
This is a dump station.
Yeah, it
Dump
is.
station. Oh no. Are we gone? Are we back?
No, that's good. Go
We
ahead.
have
I got it
We have a
sorted.
cellar. We have a cellar.
Okay.
Wow. I think you should
Cellar
take. Mind you might have got a reception down there. I was going to say you should take us down in the cellar.
Yeah. Oh, that's where you're gonna murder
Very-
people.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
where I keep the bodies.
Yeah.
Hold on. Kitchen.
This is great. I love it. Wow, look at that. He's got
Okay.
a bit.
Very nice.
Wow.
Lots of room for activities.
Like in
This is
Step
what I
Brothers.
like about
Go on, what's your
Lots
best
of-
favourite thing about the kitchen?
this. You got here's a drawer.
they're
look.
brilliant. They are.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
love
Then
those.
you have
Cutlery in the
secret
top.
drawer.
Ooh, secret
yeah,
drawer.
Look at that.
Nice.
That's the kitchen, that is.
That's where you put the
downstairs-
bodies of the murdered people.
Downstairs toilet. Hold
Okay.
on. Ah,
Yeah, here we go.
Upstairs.
Get next
This is-
item.
This is like a Darren
Stained-
Aronofsky film.
This.
stained glass
Very nice.
window in the hallway.
What
with
does it look out
original
on?
Tiles. Original tiles from 1890.
I know,
These tiles.
nice
Wow.
tiles, nice
Very
tiles.
nice.
Oh, he's
upstairs.
running up the stairs.
He is
now.
running.
This is impressive.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I think Tara. I don't want to film Tara because she's like.
Hi,
I'm
Tara.
on the podcast. I got it. Right,
Dude,
here's
it's a
Tara.
house
She's got
tour.
the phones.
Hi,
Right,
Tara.
This
Hi,
is where all the
Tara.
magic happens. In the
Yeah.
bedroom.
All the magic.
Looks like you have the magic of spinning around and getting sick.
Yeah, you do.
Bedroom 1.
Yeah.
Bedroom
Yeah,
2.
Here we go.
Listen, audio listeners, you just don't know what you're missing,
Bedroom.
man. This is
You don't know what
awesome.
you're missing.
Honestly.
This is just amazing.
This is amazing.
Getting a full tour of Chinny's house.
Yeah.
Another bedroom.
Awesome.
Right. And then my office, more importantly.
Most important of all.
By the way, Marconi888 says, tidy up your kitchen.
Whatever.
well,
you
my
can suck an egg.
Yeah, that's you told. Get
So
the kitchen tidied. What's the matter
this
with
is
you?
the loft room now. I'm in the loft room. It's pretty
Okay.
big.
Yeah.
So there's my desk.
Okay.
There's my chair in pieces.
Oh my goodness.
There's
Yeah,
my
it is definitely in
PlayStation
pieces.
5.
Okay.
My Xbox.
Yeah.
My PC is there.
Sure.
Yeah. I'm liking you've got
Uh,
everything laid out. Like
like
it's
how he's
ready
pointing
to
with his
go. I like
toes.
that. Yeah, I
Ready to
like
go. I've been doing it a little bit by bit. Like that's that case that was behind me in the
Yeah,
old room.
yeah.
that.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
So it's there, and then I can like be nosy out here and just shout
Yeah,
to
like
people out
Sliver.
the window,
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
random
Throw
people.
things at children.
Yeah.
shout
You
at them
should-
and go, oi, oi.
You should do. When
Get
I
off
was
my
at
lawn.
school, when I was at school, there was a dude who I went to school with, and he used to have an air rifle. And when people went past his house, he used to shoot them out of his window. Maybe you should do that. That'd be fun.
Well, somebody got charged and fined and arrested by the police for doing that at university.
Ooh,
so that's nice,
okay.
Stu.
The
Yeah,
other
do
thing you
that.
could do
Do
with
that
that
to
spot,
people.
Chinny, is just stand up there with a light in your face, like from beneath you, and just stare at people.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
stay there for
that's true.
hours. Scare
Well,
people.
we've got like
What
an
is
old
it?
people. We've got an old people's home at the bottom of our garden, and if you stand right at the edge of the garden, you can see them. So what I've been doing is dressing as death,
Yeah, there you go.
standing at the end of the garden. So when you leave my office, like the office is like the loft room, so that's back down to the second floor. But like I've
Yeah.
got this sort of weird area here
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
where it's actually quite big. This area, so you
Sure
have to
it
like
is.
do this, which is dangerous.
Right.
Yeah,
to
it does
step
look a bit
over.
dangerous. Looks a
Yeah.
bit dangerous.
And then you've got like you could
Especially
put
when you're
under the
filming.
desk. You could put another desk here.
Sure. That's just going to be crap storage, though. Just like I can tell.
So this is like my Nintendo 64.
More shit.
SNES and everything is there.
Oh yeah. I'll bet Tara's very happy that that space is being taken up by an ancient video game system you'll never play again.
In the little cupboard?
The little cupboard is where the dragon sleeps.
Yeah. Leave the door closed.
That's a load of masonry or something.
That's going to be where you sleep, Stu, when you sleep.
It probably is. It probably is.
Have you put a slinky down those stairs yet?
No.
It looks like it's just begging for a slinky.
It is. I was begging for someone
Hopefully
to
I
fall
don't fall down.
Yeah, that would be hilarious, though.
There's Tara.
Hi, Tara.
Hello, Tara. What's she doing? Where's she going?
Sorry to bother you while you're trying to unpack stuff.
So this is the podcast. Yeah. So
this is it. This is it. Ginny walking around this house.
That's right.
Wow.
Special edition. Only for Patreon people. I mean, it should be.
People who give us cash can watch this.
Yeah.
And people
there
who
you
don't.
go. That's
it. It's pretty
beautiful
impressive,
tour of the
Chinny.
house. Thank you, Chinny.
Yeah. Sorry, audio listeners. That was probably quite boring
sorry,
for you
audio
guys.
listeners.
Like,
Suck an egg.
So yeah, the office is coming on, as you can see.
Yeah.
We're getting there. I reckon next week. I still won't have internet, but I'll be in the office, podcasting from the office.
Yeah, there you
Podcasting
go.
from the office.
That'll be progress.
Yeah, well.
So that's
Well, that was pretty cool, Chinny. That tour of
good
the house.
stuff.
Tour of the house, and that is what has been keeping me going. My retro Raspberry Pi.
Retro Pi.
Shout out to
I found mine the other day, by the way.
These are all my
I haven't played it
DVDs.
for a while. Wow, look at all them. Wow.
So, yeah.
Sweetness.
There you go.
And
That's pretty cool.
That's my podcasting area.
Workstation.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah. Lovely.
See, this was the best idea ever.
Great.
Yeah, so good.
Very
All right.
inclusive for the audio.
The audio listeners will have
Well, the
absolutely
audio
loved
listeners
that
can
section of
make
the
a
show.
note to join us on the video next time.
Yeah, come on YouTube and watch us instead of listening.
If you don't want to be a
It'll
sucker
encourage
duck,
them.
you jive
Anyway,
turkeys.
that is very cool. But I've been to Rome this week. so
Oh,
I
Stu's been to Rome.
I've been to Rome.
And he's been perving on all the naked people in the art.
Oh, hey, Chinny's with me on this. It's
Yeah.
not my fault. The Vatican's full of smut.
Full of
They're all
smut.
very-
3% of the
very
paintings
smutty,
have
but-
willies, and
No, no.
guess what? 90% of Stu's holiday picture roll
It
is.
was
Look, it's another
it's a
wang.
conversation.
Click. Look, it's
Wait,
another wang.
conversation.
Click.
I'm
The
sorry.
conversation went like this. They were like, "Can you draw me some angels? Oh, what do they look like? Big spiky balls. Now turn them
they
into
do.
little boys with willies. That's better."
Yeah, it is. And also, Duke, right? The statue that I sent you a picture of, right? No offense, but he had a hard on. When it had an erect penis with an apple for a bell end. I'm sorry, but that is not okay at the Vatican at a religious place. It just
Well, I don't
isn't.
know anything about that particular statue, so I can't speak to it. But I have a feeling that's a
honestly.
very small percentage of the art at the Vatican. And meanwhile, every picture Stu sent from his holiday. Look at this wang.
There was a
Click.
dude-
Look at this wang. Click.
There was a dude in armor for the top of it, and then completely naked from the waist down, wanging his wang in somebody's face. I mean, come on. How is that even practical if you're in a massive battle?
Well,
It was just
I don't know.
There's some just very odd paintings, I'll be honest.
That's a good
with
question.
you. There
Let's
was a
see if the
woman,
internet
as you
can
saw,
help
with
me.
with a crisscross bra that had her breasts out on it.
Vatican
You know, I'm like,
statue
wow.
apple penis.
it'll come up. It'll come up.
Where have all the penises gone? That's the first.
know, yeah.
That's the first link on redletterchristians.org.
Oh, well, there is. Yeah, by the way, on the statues inside the building, they had like leaves attached to all of the penises.
Well, I guess
So
this is
someone
why.
at some point has gone round and covered all the penises up, apart from the dude in the courtyard with a bell end. for
So
a penis,
Stu's
like,
meanwhile going, why? Where are the penises? Why? All I see is leaves. I came here to take pictures of penises. God damn it!
No, honestly, it was just a bit odd. But anyway, here's the thing, right? They take you the wrong way around the Vatican.
Okay.
They take you the wrong way around. I'll tell you for why. Because by the time you get to the Sistine Chapel, you've seen so much of that stuff. You know what I mean? It's a bit underwhelming. I was a little bit like, is that it? Because we saw this corridor. You go down this corridor that's about 150 meters long, which is all gold gilt and paintings, and it looks incredible.
Okay.
And to be honest with you, it looked way better than the actual Sistine Chapel. I was like, is that it? Is that really it? Is that what we've come all this way for? I'm a bit disappointed. So I was a little bit disappointed, if I'm being honest.
Well,
I wasn't blown away. It was all right, but you had to squint to see, the birth of man or whatever. You were like, "Is that it? Where is it? Oh, there it is." So tiny. Anyway, the St. Peter's Basilica, on the other hand, was incredible.
yeah.
That was and it was free. It was totally free to get into.
Oh,
St.
this is
Peter's
not
Basilica.
Chinny's house. I should point out.
No one cares about that. What was the
What
plane
kind of penises
flight
are like?
The plane flight. Why? It was fine.
Well, all that religious Rome shit, that's boring, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. To be fair, I'll tell you what, on the way back, it's the most turbulence I've ever been in on the way
Really?
back. It was, the seatbelt lights were nearly on the whole journey back.
Dude.
We had a 140-mile-an-hour headwind,
Damn.
and it was pretty damn bumpy, and there were people behind us screaming every time the plane dropped to me, and you're like, what's the matter with you? Don't people get excited, overexcited about a plane nearly crashing? I don't know. What's wrong with them?
I guess so.
It's like, what's the matter with you? It's fine. Well, Steve, man. But yeah, and at one point, the two, they have those massive heavy trolleys that they do the booze run on.
Yeah.
The air hostesses, and there were two air hostesses stood next to us, and one went to the other. This is really dangerous. And I was like, oh yeah, they'll be parking that up in a minute because it's going to run someone over.
Yeah. That's what the
But
fun
yeah,
begins.
no, it was fine though. The flight was fine, Chinny, both ways, really, even though people were getting a bit like losing the shit because it, bumping about a bit.
How many times did you go to the loo on the plane?
Only once. Only
Interesting.
once.
Interesting.
On the way,
These are the real
there,
questions.
on the way there, I didn't go. But, well, this is the funny thing. On the way there, the flight time was 2 hours and about 20 minutes. On the way back, it was 3 hours 15. So it took an extra hour to get back.
Even more proof that the Earth is flat.
It's totally true.
I
That's
don't know.
what
That
it is.
follows from that, but
That's
okay.
But that being
Dude,
said,
you don't
We will talk
understand.
about video
Don't
games.
know.
Don't worry, people. I'm sorry, listeners.
Rome.
No,
can I
let's
just
not do another
say,
tour of my house.
Rome is gaming related, is it not?
Is
Does
it though?
everybody know?
I mean, any more so
totally
than
is.
any other city.
No, because it's featured heavily in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, if you didn't remember this
So?
fact. So I went on YouTube because it's a long time since I played that game. Just
And
to see
Kay's
how
like,
realistic-
oh, listen to what they're saying about the history of this building. No. I'm looking at YouTube to see where the Brotherhood is.
No, do you know, funnily you should say that, because people in Rome, tourists, were more interested in taking selfies
Of course.
and fucking doing weird poses
Because they're
than probably
idiots.
taking any interest in what the building represented or what the history behind it was. No one fucking
Fuck
knew.
that shit.
There were
That
these
shit's
Americans, when we were going round the Colosseum, right? There's a woman, full guided tour, and there was this American family. I kid you not, they took a picture every 3 paces of themselves, or the family, or a selfie, or got someone else to take a picture of them all.
Yeah,
I
and
don't
you're
think
in the
they
way
heard a
going, hey,
word.
get out of the way. I'm trying to take a picture of that dick. Click.
Yeah.
I don't think they heard a word that the tour guide said. I think they were completely, all they were interested in is fucking taking pictures of themselves. to
Well,
put on
thank
the
God
gram.
you're different, Stu. Tell us some of the
Fucking
history that you
Americans.
learned.
I did learn something quite interesting, actually. A few things about the Colosseum, for instance. Did you know they only put events on about 6 times a year in the Colosseum?
Well, yeah,
That's-
it wasn't
that's
actually
all-
used as much as people think.
No, and do you know what the reason for that was?
Because fuck everybody.
No, because it cost so much money to do, and it was free to get in. No one paid to get in.
Yeah.
So it was totally free. And you used to get wooden tokens depending on what class you were, so where you sat in the actual thing. Here's another interesting fact about the Colosseum. They used to have the animal shows in the morning where they killed wild animals and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay,
Class.
so they were never in with the gladiators. That never happened.
Yeah.
So that didn't
Boring.
happen. And they used to actually set up jungles like in the inside of the Colosseum
Yeah.
for the people to hunt them. So these guys would hunt them. And then what would also happen is they had little alcoves around the edge of the actual arena. And dudes with archers used to stay in those. And if they looked like a lion was, say, going to jump in the crowd and kill like the emperor or something, because
Yeah.
that could happen because they had the best seats, which were nearest to the arena, they would kill the animals before they had chance to do that. So it's
Suck
kind of
it,
interesting.
animals.
In the lifetime of the Colosseum, they reckon 1 million animals were killed, like over its span. And here's some interesting one more. I'll give you one more interesting fact about the
I had to
Colosseum.
ask.
At the halftime show, do you know what the halftime show was?
Was it Rihanna?
castrations of animals.
It wasn't. It was not far off. No, the
Was it Adele?
halftime.
Was it Adele?
No, it wasn't. Halftime show.
It was Rihanna, pregnant.
At dinner time was convicted criminals being killed in the Colosseum, and they did this in 2 ways, right? So there was 2 main ways they did this. One was they would starve some lions or tigers for about a week, and then they would literally put the criminals in and then let the tigers in or lions or whatever, and they would eat them for the crowd's amusement. And if they didn't fancy doing that, what they would do is they would get all of the criminals and they put the first 2 in, but only one of them had a sword. Right, so the first person with a sword had to kill the other criminal who was unarmed.
Ugh.
Once he killed him, though, they would then send the next criminal in, and the first criminal had to hand the sword over, and then he would kill him, and so on and so forth until there were none left. And when he got to
Tell
the
you
last...
what, if they brought that back at the Super Bowl halftime, I'd watch it.
Oh yeah, George Carlin said
and when it got to the final criminal, right? One of the actual competitors of one of the gladiators from the afternoon would come in and kill the final one, would take him out, and that was it.
That's
So that
great.
was-
All right,
what
so
happened to the-
speaking of which, here's 2 things I heard on Reddit recently, and we're going back to the California beaches now. So one was a game show idea, and it was, okay, you have 11 gay dudes and 1 straight dude in a house, right? Locked in this house. And every week, the gay guys have to figure out who the straight dude is and vote him out. And
Wow.
if they could figure out who the straight one was before the end of the show, then the gay dudes all got to split $1 million. And if the straight dude could stay, if he was one of the last 2 guys, then he got $1 million, right?
Yeah.
But here's the twist. There's no gay
Right.
dudes. It's all straight dudes, and they all think they're the one straight dude.
Wow.
I just love that idea of them all being, I'm not gay. I ain't gay. Like, you're gay. Like, whatever.
Wow. I
Anyway.
don't even know what to say.
Here's the other thing.
Go on.
There was this.
I dread to think what this is going to be.
This is a wedding proposal, and it was in a park in Australia, and the woman who had the bird, they had this bird, this cockatiel or something, big bird, said, we need a volunteer. And this lady stood up and was waving. And so the lady goes, okay, hold out a $5. And she takes out a $5 bill and holds it out. And the bird comes and gets it and brings it to the lady. You know, this is in an arena, right? So then she goes, here's your receipt. And she sends it to the lady. And she opens it and it says, will you marry me? Suddenly her boyfriend's on his knee, like with the ring. And it's very sweet. And she starts, and yeah. And the first Reddit comment was, she had to pay $5 to get engaged. Goddamn microtransactions.
Exactly. That's what I think.
Yeah. So I thought that was a very
you know
good
what?
example of
I
comments.
think-
And you couldn't have given less of a shit. Chinny isn't even listening. Why do I bother? Should I just go
I'll be
away? Do y'all
honest,
need some
right?
time? Like,
think-
Duke, you found this great thing. You made sure to remember it.
I think most
The reason
women
why
would
I'm not
hate
replying-
that public stuff.
The reason why I'm not replying is every time I talk, you can't hear me. So
I can't what?
Exactly.
Chinny's just
Anyway.
smirking at the camera, showing us his nostrils. Should we talk about video games?
Yeah, let's talk. Let's talk about.
Where are
some
you
video
going?
games.
Story time's over.
What have you been playing?
Jesus Christ. It's my fault for trying. I just
There you go.
There you go.
I don't know. You better go first, Duke, because I've got one game to talk about, and that's it.
All right. Well, in that case, I'm going to talk about Rocket League. Whoop, whoop.
Yay, of course,
Yeah.
Woo, Rocket
There's
League.
actually new stuff because Rocket
Sure there
League
is.
Season 9 ended, and we got our stuff.
Is that it?
What?
What stuff did you get?
Well, that's the question, isn't it? I thought this might be more of a conversation. Is that it? Are
Well,
you
I'm
done
asking
talking
you. I'm
now?
asking what you got? What you
Well,
get?
I'm
What did you
about to
get?
tell you. I was just getting the video loaded.
Okay.
Now, as people know, faithful listeners to this show, they give us rewards every season depending on where you ended up with your rank. And Last season, it was this stupid straight line that came out of your car. It was ostensibly like a boost, but it's just this straight line. This season, they were like, we got to give the fans something awesome. And so what they gave us was some wheels with like 5 spokes, and that's it.
Yeah,
They're the worst goddamn wheels they have ever given us, ever. I was like, are you kidding me? They've just given up at this point. They're like, we don't know what to give y'all. Just have some stupid wheels. They've given us like 3 sets of wheels in the past that are better than these. They're shit.
What can they give you at this point, Duke, that would satisfy you?
Yeah, what would you want that would make you happy?
Goal explosions. Like, there's so many creative things they could do with goal explosion. They could have people come out and do a square dance like, yeehaw, yippee-ki-yay.
Is there a confetti one? I bet there's a confetti
one. Well, I have the fireworks one, but there is a confetti one. They could give us, there's one with balloons, which is nice, but they could do one with, like, I don't know, drones coming out and spelling something.
What about a load of dildos?
No, there's no. It's a family game, dude.
What about a load of dildos?
That's not a family game. So anyway, that's the season 9 crap, and I was like, whatever. I'm sorry I even spent time on that. Not really. I mean, whatever. I'll take them. It's just they're stupid. And then the season 10 stuff came out.
What was that? What about? Was it a dildo for a car? What about?
All right, I'm gonna pretend you're not talking anymore. Oh man, what is this? Oh, why are they doing? Skip ahead. Okay, there we go.
Oh,
so here's the thing. Season 10. So the Rocket Pass, of course, has all this different stuff in it, and if you pay extra, you can get the premium rewards for the Rocket Pass.
Oh
yes?
God.
Anyway, God. It's like I'm in some kind of experiment trying to drive me nuts. So, last season I didn't bother with the Rocket Pass, but this season there's just enough decent crap to get the Rocket Pass, make it worthwhile.
The fact that you call it decent crap,
it is decent.
Doesn't fill me with confidence. It's just crap, but it's decent.
It is decent. Last season they had the Honda Civic hatchback as the car that you got in the season. This season, guess what it is?
A Mini.
No, I wish it was a Mini.
Tiddly Citroen cars.
No, it's a fucking Volkswagen like compact. It's such a piece of shit. I was like, what are you doing?
Is it
I don't remember which thing it is. Here, wait, I'll find out. Rocket League.
If it's a Golf, that's a good car.
Is it a Love Bug?
I'm not saying it's a bad car. I'm just saying it's like.
Is it a Herbie?
It's the Golf GTI.
Oh, that's
the
nice.
Golf GTI. That's a nice car.
Classic.
It's not a great car. It doesn't look cool. It's not the type of thing. Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't y'all get the goddamn Rocket Pass and then you can drive
around? Though
I don't know what mark it is.
Well, have you got a picture of it? Let's have a look.
No, I don't have a picture of it.
That car is beloved by people.
It is
people
iconic.
Like
Here, there it is. Look, it's right on the screen. Well, get off the screen with you buying the new things.
If you lived in the UK, you'd be wetting yourself if you.
Okay, well, there it is on the screen, so you can wet yourself if you want.
Man, that is.
Yeah, it's great. It's just magnificent.
All I can see is the Zoom call, so I can't see it.
Well, guess what? It's a stupid-looking car.
Chinny, it's cool.
It's
a
cool.
Golf GTI.
It's a Golf GTI, which you've never seen before, and doesn't it look amazing when you're driving around?
But that's such an iconic car.
It might be iconic. That doesn't make it interesting.
It's one of the original hot hatchbacks.
I would, Duke. In all seriousness, I would pick that for my Rocket League car.
Yeah, definitely.
Great. Y'all can do that. I think it looks boring.
Purple and
pink.
It's
I am unimpressed.
Wow.
However, here's the thing.
You
look,
no tasting cars.
The other thing is, as some people know, as you go through the season, if you keep playing enough, you'll get 100 credits back here, 100 credits back there. So it actually pays for itself as long as you play the game enough. So I'm amazed that this person on this video is like unlocking all the stuff instantly by paying money. All my students are like, oh, because I said, like I'll buy the season as long as I can get the credits back in order to pay for itself. Yeah. And they all go, nah, I bought this and I bought that. I'm like, are you giving them money?
Yeah, but that's how they made the cash, man.
Well, fuck them.
Millions of dollars.
I'll give them cash if they can get rid of the goddamn racism and hatred of gay people. Just today, I got called all sorts of names. I'm so tired of it. But
yeah, well, you choose to play it.
The game is fun. I just wish the company would do more to deal with the horrible kids.
Yeah, the toxic nature of the community.
Yeah, do
There you
something.
go.
All right, so
do
that's
some-
Rocket League. All right, who's next?
Go on, I'll do my one and only game because that's all I played all week.
Okay.
The interesting thing is, I had time to play other stuff. I just didn't want to.
Now,
so,
what would you
know,
say to Chinny if Chinny said that?
I'd say, Chinny, you're doing the right thing and playing the game you
Yeah.
really want to play rather than playing something to
Right.
talk about on the podcast. That's what I'd say to him. I'd say you're doing the right thing, Mr. Chin. But yeah, that game would be Hogwarts Legacy because this game is fucking good.
Yeah.
It's so good, I'm telling you. And it does a really good job of rewarding you like all the time. So it's definitely got that thing where every time you find a chest, and this is what's kind of cool, right? If you find a random chest somewhere, it's always got better gear than what you've currently got. You know, sometimes you open a chest and it's got some shit that's worse than what you're already using or wearing or whatever.
Yeah.
This doesn't do that. It always gives you something better. Oh, that's
I don't
cool.
like games when they throw too much at you, though, and you got to
No, it
keep
doesn't.
upgrading and stuff.
You have to find the chests. You know, they're not just out in the middle of like the open. So you do have to come across these things. And also, it does a really good job of side quests in this game. So most of the side quests are very Witcher-like. You know, like random encounters. You'll just come across a student stood there with like an icon over their head. And then when you go and speak to them, they'll give you something to do. They'll go, "Oh, such and such a thing happened. Can you help me out with this?" I mean, obviously, because you don't know the lore of Harry Potter, because neither of you are into it.
Nope.
But it's got loads of cool nods to the actual like book series. For instance, there's like relatives of Ron Weasley in it. So one of them is a professor. So one of them actually teaches in the school, and then one of them's a student who, like Ron Weasley's brothers, I can't think what they're called in the books. But they're always coming up with these weird experiments and making shit to sell to the kids that's like bad. You know,
whenever you notice something like that, a wizard did it.
I see. All
Where
right,
in
yeah.
the
But in episode AG4.
Wizard.
where in the Hogwarts timeline does this take place?
This takes place sort of in the 1800s, so it's set way before the original, like the books or whatever. It's set a long time before all that, which is really cool. So I've been getting in trouble with Ron Weasley's distant relative, you know, getting stuff for him so he can experiment and sell shit and cause mayhem all the time. There's a couple of things I'm not too enamored with. You can do, like, there was one, like, for instance, there was a quest where I met this girl and she's like, "Oh, my long lost relative sunk to the bottom of the lake and a load of shit went down there, and I'd like it back if you can help me with that. Can you dive for me?" And I was expecting a Witcher 3 type diving thing. You know, I dive under the water and find the chest or whatever and then bring it up. But you don't. You sort of swim out to the like area that she's told you, and you just duck. So you press a button, she just ducks and comes up with stuff, which is a bit weird. And when you get out of the water, like she dives in fully robed and everything in a school uniform and gets out completely dry, which is a bit odd.
Makes no
Well, she's got her orange badge.
Well, she must have. Must be it.
She knows how to dive.
She must have a 25 meters badge because she swam out about that distance.
Yes.
So you get this thing, right? And then when you go back to the girl, one of the options is say, "No, I'll just keep it, thanks." And you don't give it to her, right? And I was,
suck it, lady.
Adam did that. And I said, "Well, was it useful? Could you actually use it?" And he's like, "No, you couldn't use it for anything. You just didn't give it her." So
that's what you get for trusting me.
Of that. And also, it's got like morality choices like that, where you can go, "Oh, here, have it," or you can go, "You can have it, but give me some cash for getting it for you."
Yeah.
Right. So you can also
sounds
do that.
very Fable-esque.
Yeah, it is. But there's no repercussions for doing any of that stuff.
So far as you know, but it might be halfway through the game, someone comes up and goes, "You are a greedy fuck."
No, I asked
now
Adam,
you will pay
because he's played and finished it, and he said, "No, there's nothing."
Rotate it,
you
Chinny.
can be horrible.
Vertical. We want to see you horizontal.
You can be horrible the whole
There you go.
game, and nothing changes.
Okay.
So it would have been nice for it to have some sort of, you know what I mean, some sort of penalty for being horrible.
Well, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Most
But
games
it
should have a
apparently-
penalty for being horrible, but most don't.
Yeah, it allows you to be horrible, but nothing happens because of it.
Yeah.
So I kind of like that. the flu thing, like the flu powder shoots or whatever. Oh my god, they're so fucking annoying. So basically, the fast travel system in this game works with what's called flu powder. So in the films, you can sort of put this in the fireplace, and then you can come out in another fireplace somewhere else.
Okay.
So it's got, you know, it actually relates to the books and everything.
By the way, Mr. Hero, I just want to let you know I'm wearing this shirt. What? Go ahead,
they
Stu.
are everywhere. They are everywhere, like around the school, around the grounds, out in the open, and they talk incessantly at you. So as you sort of every time you pass, the fires, and they go,
"What does it say?"
It's a burning bush.
Why don't you come over here and use me?
Sort of stuff like that.
Roast some s'mores on me.
If you look in your book, you'll find it really useful, and it's just like gives you like tips and hints.
Your dad
can
never
heal
looked
at us.
you.
Oh wait, that's Dark Souls.
Indeed. People hate it so much, right, that there's been a mod already made so they don't talk anymore.
Nice.
So someone's modded it. So you don't have to listen to them incessantly talking to you.
Well, someone did that on Skyrim. It's called Shut the Followers Up, STFU, in order to make your followers quiet down. Because otherwise, when you're wandering around and they go, ooh, a cave, I wonder what's in there. The problem is they'll say that when you're coming out of the cave. It's like, you moron, we just came out of that cave. Shut up.
Yeah. What I will say is the combat works really, really well. So the combat's very slick, I have to say. Lots of combos can be done with your wand.
Zapping people with a little wand, huh?
Oh, shut up. It works really, really well. And what I also quite like to move on with the, like, you know, like the lessons, Chinny. So, you know, it's a bit like Bully where you have to go to lessons and learn new charms and new spells and all that kind of stuff. What he does that's really cool. So you'll go to the class and then she'll go, like the teacher will go, oh, well, I want you to, you know, practice some of this stuff before I'll teach you some more. So you then have to go off. And for instance, at the moment, I've got to do 5 fire attacks and 10 dodges before she'll teach me anything else. So it actually makes you go away and practice what you've learned so far before you can learn the next lesson.
It's like giving you homework.
It is, and I really quite like. I've got to say, there's a lot of things that they've done really well.
I want you to burn 10 people to the bone, to the crisp.
I want you to go find some women who do not believe what we believe and set them on fire.
Yes,
exactly. Graphically,
I want you to chop off 10 cocks by the end of the week.
Exactly. Well, they just need to go to the Vatican for that. The Vatican will be fine. Graphically, it looks great. I've done a lot. I had to do a lot of fiddling with the settings. I put it all on high, and then it just ground to a halt quite a lot. So
on your Steam Deck?
Yeah, I'm like, that's not working.
Oh, so it's not a replacement for the PC, I guess, huh?
But it's fine. I've got it all set on medium, and there was just a couple of things I had to set on low.
If you want to play your games on
very
medium.
smoothly.
Yeah, I mean,
well, it's fine.
Some sort of
peasant. It's fine on a little tiny screen.
Oh, yeah, it's a tiny screen. It's just frustrating. I wish you could connect it to a real TV.
Well, I can do that as well. Shut up. Well, I do. I played a lot of Elden Ring on the TV. So
yeah, but you had it on medium settings.
Well,
you want to big man plays games on TV? Whoa.
Elden Ring is way better optimized than this. Just saying. But this is a powerful game.
Yeah, but Stu, you're not playing Elden Ring because you've got distracted again, haven't you?
If you want to play, shut up. If you want to play this on full settings, right, on maxed out 4K,
what's this over here, Stu? Another game? Oh, another game, Stu. You're never going to finish anything.
You have to have a 4080 graphics card, which costs about fucking $2,000 or something ridiculous. Yeah, 4080 to max it out. 4080. Yeah, no, that is some serious power. No, that wouldn't be maxed out like a 4080.
Yeah, that wouldn't really be the best.
No, that wouldn't be the best.
PC Master Race.
Exactly.
All right, tell us more about your wand game. Go ahead.
What is that?
What?
I don't know. Chinny's got some weird thing.
My headband.
Oh, is that what that is? That looks well weird. Yeah, so overall, I would give this game a sort of so far.
Okay.
Like a creaky door. Like a creaky door.
It's a creaky door. It's a bit of a creaky door.
Creaky door.
It's pretty good. I would definitely recommend it. It's pretty impressive. And the open world, by the way, is fucking enormous. Once you get out of the castle, like the castle is like an open world in itself. It's so big.
I've got a question for you, Stu.
Yes.
What game will distract you from you playing this?
There's
next.
nothing coming out recently to do that. I don't think really. So I reckon
Something
I'll
will
get through
show
this.
up.
I'll get
it's gonna
through it,
happen.
man. I'll be totally
I
through
don't
this.
think so.
I'm going to be through this game. It's so good.
We'll see.
Something will come
so
along.
It won't do. I'm telling you, it's not going to come along.
Put money on this?
Yeah, let's put some money on it. I'm going to finish this game. How much are you willing to give me?
Are you
going
to finish it next week or the week after?
I'm not going to finish it. I'll finish it when it's
what I'm
done.
saying is, you'll finish. You'll be not that you won't finish it. That you'll be distracted by something. You'll be distracted by something.
I will finish this game before I get distracted by something else.
How long is it?
Oh, it's a bit. It's not that. I don't think it's that crazy. I think it's about 30 hours, maybe 40 hours. I don't think it's crazy long. I don't think it's crazy long.
30 to 35 hours, according to how long.
Yeah, I don't think it's crazy.
How far are you in?
I've played quite a lot of it. I've played quite a reasonable amount of it, I guess.
So
but you can get easily distracted in the game. So not distracted by other games.
Sound like you?
But there's a lot of shit to do in the game. So
okay,
yeah. But I'll definitely finish this. I'll definitely finish this. So you're betting me that I won't do it then? Is this a thing? I'll tell you what, Chinny. I'll tell you what.
You seem very confident.
I've got a good bet for it. Right? I've got a good forfeit if I do it. Right,
What's
here
that?
we go. Next time I go to your house, Chinny, or come and stay down there, you pay for my tea if we go out or something. How about that?
I'll just buy your Mackies, mate.
Yeah, I'll buy me Mackies. That'll be fine. I'll be happy with your Mackies.
No, I'm only joking. Yeah, well, all right then. Let's do it. Make things interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
If Stu gets distracted by something else, he has to buy Chinny a Mackies. If it's not done by the end of April, that'll be a measure of like.
Oh yeah, I'll be done way before then.
Well,
I'll buy him a takeaway of his choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you
like
finish
that.
God of
Let's do
War,
that.
Stu?
Of course I did.
Did you finish Elden Ring?
He did not.
Yes.
No.
Well, we'll see.
I'm not
End of
finished
April.
Plague Tale Innocence.
You heard him say it, people.
I played Tale
End of
Requiem
April.
even. Played that as well and finished it. Of course.
You haven't finished shit.
Well, I think he
I'm
did.
definitely
Otherwise,
gonna
he'd be on the
finish
toilet
this,
right
though.
now.
I definitely got to finish this because it's good.
All right, great.
and I
Glad you're liking it.
I like
Moving
that
on.
all the armor is like a
Okay,
scout.
great.
Don't forget about
Chinny, your turn.
Was it Hit 'em High or whatever that rhythm action game?
Oh yeah, High Def Hero.
Oh, High Def. Oh yeah. No, I have played a bit of that last week actually. I'm still playing that. That's good.
You haven't finished.
Yeah.
Shit.
Hi-Fi Rush.
Right. Hi-Fi Rush with some high.
Hi-Fi Rush. No, I am still playing that. I just haven't had a chance this week. So that's the other game I'm playing at the same time.
When he says I didn't have a chance, what he means is, as he said earlier, I just didn't feel like it.
On
You
it's
said
on
you
Game
didn't feel like it. Don't try to lie now.
Well, that is true. I could have played some of it, but I just didn't.
All right, Chinny, you're up.
This. Yeah,
okay. I have to go to my notes. Hello. So, because I don't have any access to modern video games, I've been playing the Raspberry Pi retro thing.
Dude.
So, shout out to Armar who made it for me. Thank you, Armar. And I decided, all right, let's play some games that's a bit of a gap in my gaming history. Do you know what I mean? Like a bit of a gap.
Yeah.
So I decided to have a look at some of the best games on the Mega Drive, on the which is the Sega Genesis for the American. And because I never had a Mega Drive, I used to play my mate's Mega Drive a lot, but I never had one for myself. So on this list, on shortlist.com, there's a list of best Mega Drive games. And right at the bottom was a game called Battletoads.
Famously one of the hardest games ever made.
Now, on my Raspberry Pi, I didn't have Battletoads, but there was a game on there that I never knew existed, and it was called Battletoads Double Dragon. And it was a combination. It was a crossover.
I can see
what. Oh, this is one game. I thought this was like two.
Yeah, I thought he was going to talk about two games. Yeah.
Huh.
No. Battletoads Double Dragon is one game.
Because Double Dragon was class. That was back in the day, gold. Mwah.
Yeah. So you got Billy and Jimmy from Double Dragon, but you can also pick Rash, Zitz, and Pimple. I don't know why they're named after
just a minute. Can I ask you? Is this the same game but just playing as the Battletoads?
No, this is a different game.
It's a whole new game.
It's made in 1993, made by Rare, and the Tecmo people that made Double Dragon had very little to do with it. It was a rare game. So this is the same team that made GoldenEye, Banjo-Kazooie.
Okay.
This is,
And based
so
on
it's
what
a-
I can see so far, it's just images of the people. Like there's no game.
Yeah.
It's just like drawings of all these buff men.
Well, there must have been a game. I think
this
this
is the
introducing
gayest
all the
game I've
different
ever seen
people.
in my life.
Well, the character design is terrible. The dialogue is odd, and you start on a
Half-Naked Woman, we
spaceship.
finally got that. Go ahead.
You start on a spaceship, but you keep
Yes.
falling off.
Okay.
And then on the next level, on the next level you can climb the wall, but for no reason. There is no reason to do it. Right.
Nice.
So what I wanted to do this week, and maybe next week because I won't have the internet again, is play instead of like reviewing games. It's does this game hold up today?
Yeah.
Could you play
sure.
this and be happy?
Right.
And if you play Battletoads Double Dragon
Yeah.
1993 Mega Drive game, does it hold up today? And the answer is no. The answer is no, it does not.
30 years later.
It looks a bit crap, to be fair.
Now, to be fair,
It does not.
I will say that when they had the half-naked lady on there, she was taunting the player by saying, "Come and get me, battle jerks, ha ha ha."
Yeah.
And I mean, that's some awesome writing there. That's really
probably
good
the
writing.
most motivation you're going to get to your
And
objective.
the
in this
greatest
game.
humor. Like I can't think of a game
Yeah.
that has as humor as good as that.
so
And
I played
there's
another
this
game.
bubblegum claw that you're suplexing over and over again. That's great game
So,
design.
That's a
so I
boss
played
fight,
another
it's not
game
really-
on this
Apparently.
list. There was another Mega Drive game. I'd never heard of this. It's called Kid Chameleon. Dude, get
Okay.
that one on the screen. Kid Chameleon.
Okay, I
Now,
will.
Have you heard of this game, Kid Chameleon?
Never.
I can't say as I have.
No, this is what they've said. Imagine we're in the office of the people that made it, and they've
Okay.
gone, we need to make a game like Mario, but instead of a stupid fucking plumber, we're going to make it the raddest, coolest kid you've ever seen in
Yeah.
your fucking life. Right?
Bad
That sounds
dudes.
good. That sounds pretty good.
That's Kid Chameleon. And instead of like having a mushroom and he grows bigger, we're going to give him fucking armor, like a ninja suit.
Awesome.
Nice.
Armor thing. And it's going to be sick. And the game is fucking awful. It's terrible. Terrible.
It sounds amazing.
I'm looking at it. It
Chameleon.
just looks like Mario. I don't know what your problem is.
But it's like Mario. But yeah, I don't.
What if it was good? Is this
If it-
Mario?
no,
if it was-
like- the kid
Ooh,
was like-
shots fired.
rad. It's very slippy, very hard to control. Hated it. And when you wear the armor, I don't really see any benefit. So you collect this armor. I was like, I don't really know why you collect it.
Because you look
So that's
cool
not-
as why? What do you mean?
Yeah, you do.
So in the game, in the spirit of the game, does this hold up today? The answer is Kid Chameleon. No.
I have a feeling
It's
that's going to be
It's
the
not
answer
doing
for
very
all
well
of
here.
these games.
Yeah,
What
not
game
doing very
is
well
going to
so
hold
far.
up besides Super
Okay.
Mario 3?
Next one. So this was on the list. This is called Rocket Knight Adventures. Knight spelled
Okay.
like knight in armor.
Oh, I see.
So this is you can tell that there was basically an absolute mad race for like who can get another what do you call it, like mascot? Do you know what I mean? Like who can get
Yeah.
like there was an absolute arms race.
Other
like,
than
who can get a
Sonic.
mascot? Yeah, so you had Sonic, you had Mario, and you could tell everybody was just fighting to get the next mascot. And Rocket Knight Adventures is you're a rabbit in a knight like armor, and you have like this. This actually really controls really well. It animates really well. It looks really well.
It's Mega Man.
It's sort of Mega Man, but yeah, you're a rabbit with a sword, and you know all that sort of stuff.
I mean, it even looks like Mega Man. The health code is
Yeah.
like Mega Man.
Yeah, and you're
Looks
killing
really
pigs,
hard, like
and their
Mega Man.
armor flies off, and the pigs run off all naked, which I thought was funny.
Oh yeah.
Um,
You had me
so
at
I,
naked pigs.
and you can do this sort of. You've got a jetpack on your back as well. So I feel
Okay.
like they basically just went, let's pick a cute animal and then just give it lots of cool stuff like a knight armor, a sword, a
Yeah.
jetpack, and let it kill these stupid little pigs that like fly, like that run away. And honestly, does Rocket Knight Adventures hold up in 2023? Or
Definitely
pretty
not.
much, what is it, like 93, 2003,
30 years.
30 years later,
Yeah.
30 years later after it was made, and I would say yes, this
Really?
does
Oh, that's
hold
pretty
up.
good.
This boss
It
level
does.
design looks shit. It's like a train with these hands that are just flying around.
But it plays really well. Like it
Yeah.
controls
Okay,
really
hey.
well.
I
I'm
look
glad
at
to
this and
hear
I
it.
think this could be an indie game that had just been made and put on Steam. I think
Yeah,
it
yeah.
looks like a recent indie game.
I think it looks
Rocket
like
Knight
shit.
Adventures. I never heard of it before. I think it was quite popular, but yeah, I think that one's a pretty good one. Now, the
Oh, there you
next
go.
one,
Got a
Stu,
thumbs up. We got a thumbs up.
Okay.
the next one, you will
Yes.
know this one, Stu.
Okay.
You know this one.
Okay.
What we got?
So, this is
Yeah.
Sensible Soccer.
Oh, I love Sensible Soccer. What a game.
Sensible Soccer, very popular in the UK. Sensible Soccer, British
Yeah.
developed. I think it was about 92 when it was made.
Yep.
And you had like weird. I went to pick like club teams, and I'd never heard of one of the club teams in my life.
That's
So I
funny.
think they're all made up. So Sensible Soccer. I think they worked out even back then that it's easier for the AI to collect the ball, and then as soon as you collect the ball, you take control of the player. Do you know what I mean? Because finding the ball yourself is really, really difficult.
God, we
did
played
play
hours of this with each other. You've got to play this co-op though. You know, you've got to play against your
I think
mates.
so. Yeah, but I think I used to play this on the Amiga like a long time
Yeah.
ago. But I was interested to see if it held up today. And you know what? This is all right. This holds up.
Do you know
Sensible
what's
Soccer
the
is
coolest
good.
thing about was doing the banana shot? You know, doing the aftertouch when you took a
Yeah.
shot.
Yeah,
So cool.
it's good.
And
Like,
it
I was
works so well.
genuinely like, like getting into it. Do you know what I mean? I was like, I was passing and getting better.
Yeah.
Sensible Soccer is good. Sensible Soccer.
And the ball
holds
didn't
up.
always stick to your foot. You know what I mean?
No,
It's like you had to get him behind the ball and stuff. And the kickoff was similar. You know, the obviously the biggest rival to this was kickoff.
Yeah. So
and that was cool as well. You know, both of these games got a lot of play time. This and what was the futuristic one that was like rollerball? God, what was that called?
Death Ball.
I can't remember now. No, it was something like that, and it was like you had like a metal ball that
I
you.
think it's called Suckamai.
Yeah, well, Suckamai. And that was cool as well. I can't remember. We played tons of that as well. We used to play all these. Stuff.
So yeah, Sensible Soccer holds up, so that's good. And then the next game, you would have heard of this one, Stu. I don't know if you do. This is made by the same developers as Sensible Soccer. It's called
Sensible
Cannon
Hockey.
Fodder.
Oh, yes.
Cannon Fodder. Now, I did play this a lot. And I really liked the music. The music in Cannon Fodder is very, very good. It's kind of like Jamaican ska music. It's fun.
Super
right?
Nintendo.
Okay. It's a pain in the arse to control because it's like a point and click thing. You have to sort of like move your squad around and kill stuff. Very basic, very boring, not fun. Doesn't hold up, Stu. Doesn't hold up.
I can't imagine it does.
Doesn't hold up. It's just
It
back.
does.
I used to love it back in the day, but no, doesn't really stand the test of time. Okay, two more. At least I've got something to talk. I've got something to talk about.
Liking this.
Right. Okay. So next
Stu's
one
like
is
overjoyed with happiness.
I am. I like this. I like this retro games.
next one is Michael Jackson's Moonwalker.
Oh, this was a classic in
everyone,
the arcade.
Everyone loved this game. Didn't they? People went mad for it.
Yeah, I did not like it because he's basically trying to save children, and that it doesn't really. That it doesn't really question where he's taking these children or what he's doing with them.
To his secret room at Neverland. That's where he's taking.
But every time he rescued the little girl, he would ask her, "Hey, Annie, are you okay?
Are you okay,
Exactly.
Annie?"
Yeah.
So like when you get a child as well, it goes Michael, and you're like, oh god, this is horrible.
I love the fact that
would you like to
attack
play
is a
this video
flick
game they
hit.
made about me? Okay, Michael, hit it harder, Michael.
Yeah, exactly. So as soon as I put it on though, because Tara she was looking at her phone when I was playing it. She looked up and was like, "Oh my god, we played this for hours."
Yeah.
Oh, mate, she did.
Yeah, and I said, "Look, he's trying to save the children," and she goes,
He's got his
"Oh."
monkey on his head. What is that all about? Holy
Yes.
shit.
Then the last game that I'm going to talk about is I have played this in recently, but I've really wanted to play it again, which is Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine.
What?
Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. Don't
I know
about
some of
this
those
from
words,
this-
but I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, no,
So
no
this is-
idea.
It's like a
Have you ever heard of
Tetroid
Puyo?
clone.
Have you ever heard of Puyo Puyo? Like
Yeah,
Puyo
yeah.
Puyo.
Yeah.
It's
I've heard of
basically
Puyo
that.
Puyo.
Yeah. So Puyo Puyo is like match 4 of the same color, and there's a lot of strategy, and you have to sort of play
Okay.
the person. So you have to play the AI, but it's also 2 players, so you can play each other as well. It's really, really good, and the way to win is every time you get a combination, you send over like a black little bean that blocks one of their beans on their side. So it's almost like a kind of like a battle. But if you get like multiple combinations, so if you line it up and then like have them all drop into place, you can send like a shitload of those beans over to them.
Yeah.
So it's playing the computer is really, really hard, but it is a lot of fun. Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine holds up in 2023.
Wow, that's
It's
pretty
very,
good.
very good. And that is that's what I've been playing.
That's
So what
Chinny's
I suggest-
rapid retro review, people.
Yeah, walk down retro lane.
The only other thing that I have played that wasn't sort of on like I played Super Mario World, but I played a version that I've never played before,
Okay.
and it was the Game Boy Advanced version.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, I wonder if it's any different, and it was very slightly different.
Mm-hmm.
So for the big Mario heads out there, like me, if you're celebrating the fact that the Mario movie's coming out, right? The difference was that in the Game Boy Advance version, Luigi pops up, so you can swap between Mario and Luigi. But no one cares about Luigi because he's a piece of shit. So, like, and then the other thing that happens is that Mario talks a lot more in the Game Boy Advance. So when you collect stuff, and he goes, "That's what I needed," or something like "just what I want," or something like that. And I was like, "Oh, he talks loads in this game, and he doesn't talk at all in the SNES version," which I found interesting. And nobody probably does, but I did. So stuff you.
I'm glad you liked
stuff you if you didn't like it.
Yeah.
And he had a different intro. He had a different intro.
And does that hold up?
Of course, it's Mario World.
Of course, it's Mario. Of course, it holds
Mario
up.
holds up
What
everywhere.
a stupid question that was.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, don't ever question Mario again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not when you can play whatever that boy game was. That's even better.
So what we've got at work, we've got a PlayStation 2 that's modded at work. So I might sneak that back home and play that. But if anybody wants to write in any suggestions, if anybody wants to play, does it hold up in 2023? Then send me a retro game to play on the emails or the Discords or the tweets or whatever.
Now's the time to do it.
And I'll play them and I'll get them. I'll give them a go. But that's all the games that I've played this week.
All right. Good stuff. Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, Duke, what else have you got?
Yeah. I played a demo for a game called Forspoken.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like we've not played this already.
I didn't play it.
Forspoken, is that? Does it come out recently? Is
Yeah,
it
it's pretty recent.
Yes. Yeah, I've heard like mixed reviews. Like the parkour's really good, but the
parkour is
dialogue's a
really
bit-
good.
Yeah.
The actual gameplay not as good.
No.
The combat is weird because you're basically like flinging things out, like you're pew pew. The combat is just like sending bursts of it's like flinging pebbles at people. That's kind of what it feels like. And
So it's a third person.
It's a
sort
third
of action
person
game.
game. Yeah, it's an action game. You are some woman who goes from this world into another world, and it's funny because the demo does a good job of just skipping over the opening cutscenes. It's like, okay, thank God for that. And I wasn't even paying attention to the summary that it gives of the cutscenes because my mom called right as I was starting it up, so I was like talking to her. But anyway, there's all these different spells you can unlock, but I don't think you can really unlock many of them in the demo. So it's just this regular attack, and seriously, when you're fighting 3 people, you look at one of them and you just and you're like flinging stones at him or something. It's really dumb. So that part's very frustrating. The parkour is great. Like a lot of these games, Death Stranding, you're walking for hours across, rivers and rocks and stuff. In this game, you're just pow, pow, pow. Like she flies across the terrain. And it's great because, I've been playing Breakpoint, and that game is, your destination is 500 meters that way. And it's just like, all right, I'm going to run for a while and then climb up a cliff or whatever. This game, it's like 500 meters that way, and it's like boom, 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 and you're there. And it's really nice. Unfortunately, every other part of the game feels pretty dull. Yeah, I mean, maybe if I got more into it and unlocked some of the magic and stuff. There's so you have your offensive skills and your defensive spells, and, one of them was Leech. So I was like, ooh, this will give me like sucking their health into me. But you have to be really close to them, and I never got the sense that it was doing anything. And maybe I was full health, or maybe I wasn't doing it right or something, but there was just a little ring around me. And I think, The Darkness was a game that really leaned into the, weird elements of the spells that you had or whatever, right? And I think that this game ought to do something like that.
I love
If you're going to have a leech spell, it ought to be like you put your hand on their head and you're like, ah, and it like sucks them and their eyes go, ah. That would be great. But in this game, so far as I can tell, when you're leeching health from them, it's just like, you just get it. And it's like, it's not very satisfying. Even in Skyrim, it's just like a little bit of red comes from them to you. And it's like, that's not satisfying. That should be a game. Like, that should be the core mechanic, is like, you go up to someone, you're just like, rah! And you like put your hand on their head and they suck the life out of them. Oh, well, I can dream.
Yeah, you can dream. You're into that violent stuff. Who knew?
So, Forspoken
you can
demo.
Play The Darkness again.
The other part with it, I never played the second one. The other problem with the Forspoken demo is at one point, it's like you get to this like monument of strength. And I got there and it's like all crusted up with like, I don't know, the corrosion or whatever the hell it's called, the evil thing that's on things. And so you use your little pebbles to smash it away, and then it pulls back and it shows the big monument of strength. And it's like, now you can parkour up mountains. And I was like, oh, nice. Sweet. So I was like, parkour up the mountain. And she was like, and did like 2 jumps. And then she fell back down. And I was like, well, maybe I did it wrong. Let me try again. And she fell back down. Now, she's not dying when she falls down, which is good. But still, it was like, I tried it like 10 times. I couldn't get up the mountain. It was so stupid. So I feel like there's some problems with how it's implemented. The magic, the attack magic felt really dumb. And I didn't even finish the demo. I got, about 20 minutes through it, and I was like, I'm good. Fuck this game, I'm done.
Yeah, I think a lot of people liked how, it was quite a nice looking game. But a lot of people commented on how cheesy it was.
Yeah, that's right. Right. There is some, there's some narrator who, like, I guess he's your spirit guide or something, trying to be your ghost in Destiny or something. And like, he's constantly talking. When you find she's coming on the screen now to the place where you get your rest and you can heal up and save and all that. And then when she leaves, she's like, goodbye, bed. I'll miss you. And he goes, oh, you can take the bed sheets with you if you want. And it's just like, that's not funny. That's not cute. Like, what? Why are you even saying things? Shut up.
Yeah, that's a bit odd.
So, yeah, I wasn't impressed. Forspoken looks good. Big world, apparently, but not a very interesting one. And I just didn't have a lot of fun playing the demo. So,
That's it. You don't.
Oh, dear.
Instead, I went back to Immortals Phoenix Rising. Oh, my God. Have you heard about this game? Oh, it's
great. No, not heard about this game.
We heard a little bit about it.
Have you? Yeah. It's sick. I'm loving it. Here, wait. Let's get to the second one so you can see different parts of it. This game. Oh, man. I said last week that I'm in love with it, and I am in love with it. Immortals.
I've always wanted to play this, Duke. I've always wanted to play it.
Well, you know what? You really should, because it's ill.
Yeah, it is.
I
down with the kids. You do with that. That's like, with your phrases today.
Right. I mean, this is the kind of game where like it's funny because I'll come home from school and then like take care of dishes and walk the dog or whatever if I need to, and then it's like, okay, I want to play some Rocket League. And then I put on Immortals when I have like half an hour left in the evening. And I'm like, why didn't I play this when I first sat down? Because I want to just keep going and going and going. I feel like I'm just getting started when I get going. But yeah, there's so much to explore. There's so many chests to unlock and ambrosia to find. And I'm flying around, and I've tamed different horses so I can have that as a mount. And I'm not really scared of anything at this point, because there are some monsters that I see and I'm like, okay, I'm not ready to fight that yet. But most of them, I'm like, yeah, I'll fuck you up.
Are they like big monsters? Like, are we talking like Shadow of the Colossus?
No, they're not quite Shadow of the Colossus big, but they're pretty big. They're like 5 times your size in some cases.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, they'll mess you up.
Yeah.
And just looking at this this footage, I have this power unlocked where when I find a little mushroom like she's finding, I will, I have the thing where you collect one of them and you collect all the ones nearby. You don't have to go around and get each one. It's so nice. I'm just like, man, every game that has gathering ought to have that in it. So you don't have to wander around and pluck each one. So that's the thing, is it's got a lot of stuff like that. I unlocked something where if you're in the air and you pull out your bow, it freezes time. Not completely, but a little bit. And it's like, oh, so nice. I have this hammer that I can smash the ground with, but I haven't even used it yet because I have all these other abilities that just work so well. And, for a while, when I fought a Cyclops, I'd have to hit him and then run away, and then hit him and then run away. Now I got this one ability where I can pummel into him, just and it stuns him for a second, and then I can, run back. And I've learned how to pick up rocks and throw them at his face, and that really messes him up. So I'm just like, what? You got something to say? Let's do this. And
is it open world? Or
yeah.
Is it quite linear?
It's open. Oh, totally open. And there's a couple of spots on the tutorial island I need to go back to because they're very powerful monsters, and I had to run away the last time I tried to take them down. But I don't know if I'm ready to go back yet. I want to be OP when I go back. And I was seeing something in some of the reviews that said, oh, the world scales as you get stronger. And that may be the case, but I don't feel like it is. I feel like they're just talking about different parts of the world have stronger enemies in them. Because I feel like, I've gotten so strong now in the main island that I'm exploring, the second island after the tutorial island. And I'm messing people up. I feel like I fear no man. So that's very
good.
Nice.
How many hours are you in?
That's a good question. I actually don't know. Let's say 5, but it may be more. Steam. Okay. Oh my God. I've played this game
about 50.
13 hours.
Oh,
that's crazy. I have no sense of time. Now, how many hours have I played Rocket League? Okay, never mind. Meanwhile, I have found a bad thing in this game.
Ooh.
Yeah. Some of the vaults are not great. I think they're called vaults. Are they called vaults? What are they? Yeah, vaults. First of all, most of the game, you climb up a cliff or something like that, you fall off it, you can glide back down, right, to the ground, and you go up to the cliff again. Yeah. The vaults all take place in these, areas where it's... there's no floor. It's just it's hovering in the vacuum of space or something, whatever it is, right? So you miss a jump to a ledge, you're dead, and it takes you back to a checkpoint, which usually isn't too bad, but it's you now have just one health block left, and so it's this thing of that's not too much of a big deal because there's no real monsters around most of the time, but it's just so annoying. And one of the vaults that I cleared most recently, which really put me off vaults, it was just a series of these lasers that are constantly moving, and you have to fly around them or duck under them and then jump over them and all that. And by the end of the vault, you're doing literally you have to jump, coast, do the special magic thing to launch you in the air, and then coast again, and then jump over and then duck. And it was you had to get the timing exactly right, and it was just such a pain in the neck. And I'm like, this isn't fun like the rest of the game is. So, I don't know. I feel like the vaults are, and you got to do the vaults in order to get the lightning bolts from Zeus, and you got to get those in order to get more stamina for climbing and swimming and running and stuff. So it's
is it an essential part of the game? You've got to do it.
It's not. I mean, it may not be essential in the sense of you could probably beat the game without it, but it's certainly, you want to keep getting stronger and stronger as you play the game. So
Yeah.
And the other thing that someone complained about, and I was like, it's probably not that big a deal. It actually is kind of annoying. It's not too bad, but in Assassin's Creed, when you climb the tower and then you dispel the mist, it'll show you all the activities in that area. In this game, you have to like go into, I don't know what they call it, second sight or something, and you can see it's first person suddenly, and then you look around and the indicator will start glowing when you're near something, and then when you lock onto it, you press the button and then it shows you what the activity is. So you have to do that every once in a while, and you just basically scan around the area you're in, and it can see for a while, so you cover a lot of stuff by doing this, but it takes a while to figure out exactly where you're supposed to be pointing it, and then you have to hit E and all this. It's a process that's kind of annoying to unlock. Here's where you go to find the vault, or here's where you go to get the ambrosia, or whatever it is. So it's a pretty minor thing, but it is kind of annoying to have to keep doing that. But
it's almost like they found something that works in Assassin's Creed and then just changed it.
Well, they wanted to do something a little different because they need to make it their own or whatever. I'm not too salty about it, but I wish it would just here's all the stuff you can do. Like, I just want to do the stuff.
Yeah.
So whatever. Those are minor quibbles. By and large, I am loving this game, loving it. Big thumbs up, awesomeness, hooray!
Nice.
Yeah.
And that's the games we've been playing.
That's it, people. We're done.
Yeah.
Now
this is another one Stu's going to finish someday, right? Is that what you're
I've never played it. I only played the demo.
I thought you said you played it.
I only played the demo.
Oh.
So I never started
If
the
you didn't
actual
instantly
whole game.
start wanting to play it after the demo, then you're stupid.
Well, I liked it, but I played Breath of the Wild, which is a pale imitation of that. Just
no, because your sword doesn't break in this game.
Yeah, but it's better. Still, Breath of the Wild is way better.
No.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Anyway, I'd like to read out an email from Nigel Strutt this week, but because fucking Duke was all salty about him last week, he hasn't sent one.
Wait a minute. I don't think I was salty about him. I think I was salty about
you.
You
He was like, oh, there's no point in sending it anymore because he's never going to convince you.
Am I wrong?
No, but I thought there was still interesting facts.
No, you're not wrong. Am I wrong? You're not wrong, Walter. You're just an asshole. Okay, then.
Regardless of whether he's going to send, whether he's going to convince me.
Well, maybe you could be more open-minded to what he says then.
I am being.
You are being. Yeah, every week it's the same version of Stu being open-minded. Well, yeah, I can see what the value is, but...
I don't know why I bother sending him anymore.
Well, I don't.
And that's what happened in here, so he hasn't bothered.
Well, I can't blame him. I mean, look, I know something about bashing your head against a wall and not making any progress.
Your fault, Duke.
Well, you can hate if you want to hate.
I'm blaming you.
Go ahead.
This is wholly your
You're allowed to be wrong.
responsibility.
All right, do we have any email or gaming news?
No, we don't have any. No emails, no speak pipes, no nothing.
Do we have any gaming news?
Yes, we do. We have some news.
Okay, great. Let's do the gaming news then. Where's the sound clips? I got to do all this.
Putting news first.
Right, here we go. Sony this week has been coming out all guns blazing, talking shit about Microsoft. They've been going, this is happening. There's loads of stuff. So Sony's claiming it's not happy with Microsoft's latest Call of Duty offer, as the company said it would irreparably harm competition and innovation. Earlier this week, reports filed from Sony and Microsoft to the UK's Competition and Markets Authority went public. From these documents, we learned that Microsoft is confident it can get Call of Duty running on a Switch. All right?
Okay. But can it run on a Steam Deck, though?
Yeah, it'll run on a Steam Deck. That's fine.
You better believe your sweet ass.
Crap as far as power goes.
Yeah.
And that Sony is worried Xbox will find ways to sabotage Call of Duty on the place. So basically what they were saying was that
I can't stand
they would release, and this can't be true because why would they? but they would release
Somebody
a
out there
version
tell
on
me you got that Beastie
Sony
Boys reference. Go ahead.
that had loads of bugs and wouldn't work properly. And that towards the end of the game, it would have game-breaking bugs to stop it working.
Oh, jeez.
And it's like, really? Are you really that paranoid? Game breaker. So these were the listed concerns, right? That they would raise the price of Call of Duty on PlayStation, lowering the quality of the PlayStation version, not investing in the multiplayer experience on PlayStation,
right,
or making Call of Duty available only on Game Pass. This new statement from Sony is the latest entry in PlayStation's ongoing opposition of Microsoft's attempts to push its acquisition of Activision Blizzard through.
Okay.
So basically that's what they've said, right? And you're just like, they really need to stop with all this stuff because
knock it off, people. Come on.
It's not going to be true, is it? Let's be honest. They're just talking shit all the time. And then Microsoft's response to this was, it would make zero business sense to make Call of Duty exclusive to the Xbox. Why would they do it when they make so much money on PlayStation? They'd be idiots. So it's like they wouldn't bring enough people across to make any any issues for so I just think the Sony need to just get a grip.
Yeah, get a grip.
Well, Sony are saying that like Microsoft would purposely make the PlayStation version of Call of Duty bad. Which is ridiculous. Yeah,
Sony, come on now.
Crazy.
Because they'll make more money off that on PlayStation. They probably make off the Xbox version being on Game Pass.
Exactly. Yeah. So
what I'm really trying to say is that Sony.
Yeah, I just think that's just a crazy. They're just clutching at straws, and I don't know.
That's like saying that they would do that with Minecraft. You know what I mean? Like, Minecraft.
Have they ever done that with Minecraft? No, they haven't.
Of course not. No, because they want as many kids playing Minecraft as possible.
Yeah, and the same applies to Call of Duty. They want as many people as
many kids playing Call of Duty.
Children,
yeah, exactly.
6 years old. Go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't even know this was a thing. Have you heard of a game called RoboCop Rogue City?
Yes, Amar. I got to give a shout out to Amar because he's been hipping me up to it. I didn't hear about it from my trusted news source, Stu. So instead, Amar's got to be helping me understand. This looks
I'm telling
wicked.
you now. I'm actually telling you now.
Thank you, Amar.
So there's a gameplay trailer being released.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, it looks pretty good.
It looks great.
Yeah.
Here, wait, I'll pull it up on the screen.
Yeah, it looks way better than I would have even known.
But doesn't it feature the original RoboCop? Doesn't it feature the
Yeah, it's Peter Weller.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
I remember when they announced it. They announced it about a year ago, so yeah.
Yeah, I don't even remember this being announced, but it looks good.
Now,
you don't pay attention to.
Here's one of the problems, though. You go into this drug den at one point. Here, let me fast forward. I can find it. You go in this area, and it's like brightly lit, neon lights everywhere. And at one point, I'm going to see if I can find the actual spot. Where is it? It's in one of these back rooms. Yeah, there you go. You're fighting people, drug dealer, drug users, and on the wall it says nuke. Now, do you know what nuke is from?
Yes, RoboCop 2.
RoboCop 2, the worst sequel in the history of film.
It was terrible.
So I don't like the fact that it's got nuke on the wall, but that I'll allow it because the gameplay does look awesome.
It does.
But here's the thing. What drug dealer has a big neon sign in his drug den with the name of the drug he sells? Does Walter White have a big sign that says meth?
Well, no.
Tell you what, he's trying to push those numbers, dude.
Yeah,
you
got to advertise constantly.
Yeah, if you pick up your drugs, it's like, get the nuke. I'll tell you what, though. It's
September. I didn't know this was slated for September 2023. Damn.
Yeah.
I don't have time to wait all that.
It looks pretty good.
A bunch of stuff just got delayed, Stu, didn't it?
Yeah, what got delayed? Starfield has been delayed again.
Nobody cares about that too much.
It's still coming out this year, though, isn't it? It's just late this year. So we finally got an actual date for Starfield, haven't we?
Is it September, is it? I think.
Yeah, I think so. Let me just double check.
Month for gaming.
Yeah, it's something like that.
You know, it's funny because it says on the trailer, it's like wish list now on Steam.
6th of September.
I think wish listing is now like the variable. Like that's how they're measuring how much interest there is in the community.
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
crazy. I can affect it just by putting a button on Steam.
Yeah, what's interesting about Starfield though, because he obviously released a statement going, "Oh, it's not coming out till September now."
It's funny that they would
but
word
don't
the
worry, it's still
statement
coming
like
out this
that,
year.
Yeah.
But everyone was just losing their shit because someone was playing it in the background of the video.
Oh my God.
Everyone was like, "Oh, what can we see in the background?" Oh, and like GameSpot, I think it was either GameSpot or IGN, or someone did like a full dissection of what was on the video screen in the background on the statement. They were like, "Oh, we've seen this, and there's this," and they were on Mars, which was amazing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Anyway, I'm not that excited, but we'll see. We'll give
I
it
don't know
a-
what it is about Starfield, but it doesn't excite me at all. I don't know why.
Because
not
you're
me either.
a Bethesda hater, is why.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, Chinny, I like not bothered. I'm not that bothered. Duke, are you? I mean, you're the Bethesda fanboy. Is this
Yeah.
a day one for you?
No, I don't really buy games day one these days. I want to get a little bit of. First of all, I want to see how quickly it goes cheap because games are going like a third off within a month. And that's not a long time to wait, really, especially when I got, I won't be done with Immortals by then because I know that I don't finish games very quickly. I don't lie like some people pretending like I'm going to burn through and get done.
Duke, I've got some good news for you.
What's that?
I've got some good news. If you've still got Game Pass, this is day one on
Well,
Game
that's
Pass.
good. That is good news. Thank you.
It's good news for you there.
Yeah. All right.
So you'll be able to play it if you've still got the Game Pass, but you may or may
Sweet.
not have that at that point.
I mean, we'll
Who
see.
knows?
I haven't touched Game Pass in like 2 months, so I'm not getting my money's worth.
Well, we're playing Play My Game Beaches on it, and that wasn't 2 months ago when we played the last one of those.
Yeah, but I want fun though.
No, true.
Juan Lu,
You could play some other stuff.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Anyway.
Starfield is coming eventually.
Eventually. We'll see. I believe.
Yeah. Super Mario Brothers movie. Are you bothered about this, Chinny?
Yeah. The new trailer looks awesome.
Yes. I can't
Yes.
wait. Can't wait.
Well, it's a pity you don't live in America because right now, if you'd have lived in America, you can get movie tickets, buy one, get one free. You get a bog off on the Super Mario Brothers movie tickets. So yeah, you could reserve your seat at Fandango, apparently, whatever that is.
It's a website for tickets.
Yeah, so if you buy them from Fandango at the moment, people, and you live in America, you get buy one, get one free on the Super Mario Brothers movie.
I can't. I know it's a kids' film. But I don't care. I love Mario.
It doesn't matter that it's a kids' film. It's gonna be like it's really well done.
Fun. It's a fun
It
little
looks
Mario
like it's
film.
gonna appeal to everybody. And
Yeah, man.
yeah, I'm really looking forward to this.
So,
Yeah,
get your
I'm not the
tickets
type
now,
of person
people.
who like I'm not really bothered by games like this or not. I said to Omar like it's not that I'm not bothered. It's that I'm not gonna get a third of the stuff or half the stuff because I don't. I haven't played Super Mario since SMB3, but it's still gonna be so enchanting and well done that I'm like, cool, bring it. I'm excited.
Yeah. So are you just talking to movies? I know I don't usually do movies, but are you two gonna go and see John Wick 4?
Hell no, I'm not going to
I
see
haven't
John Wick 4.
seen
I didn't see
John
2 and
Wick
3.
3.
So
I love 2 and 3.
it's such a deep
I haven't
story.
seen 3.
My dog.
Who cares about the story, man? It's
I
just shoot
have this
people in the
weird thing
face.
where I like a story to be in the film.
Fuck that shit, man. It's all about shooting people in the
Well,
face
I
in
like
a really
shooting
cool way.
people, but I prefer a movie that has shooting and a story.
I think I've seen 2. I saw 1. I think I saw 2. 2's the one with Common in, isn't it? It's got Common in it. Yeah. I haven't seen
The
3.
Parabellum, which is the third one, I watched twice at the movies because I went with Kay, and then my mate's like, "Oh, you want to go and see John Wick 3?" And I'm like, "I've already been." He's like, "Oh, come on, man, I need someone to go with." So I went with him as well to watch it. So I've been with 2 people to watch that at the movies. But it's such a good film, man. It's such a good film.
Yeah.
So
It's
I'm
just-
looking forward
I'll
to
never
this.
know.
I don't know.
Look,
No,
you
I'm
don't mess
bothered
with
about it.
someone's dog, man.
Right.
Should know that by now.
That was a great sustaining story for one movie. Now it's 3. Whew. Good
Yeah.
call.
4.
Yeah, well, that's going to be 4. Yeah.
4.
But we have been watching Last of Us, and the new episode drops tonight, the last one.
Yeah, I'm up to episode 3. I've only watched 2 of them.
Get them done.
Oh
What
no,
are you doing?
4. Sorry, episode 4.
Well, you should watch them all.
I haven't got time. I'm going to play
until you
games.
see them, but what? Oh, don't give me that.
Gotta finish these games. You've like giving me an
I
ultimatum.
was watching them, but I can't because I haven't got the internet. So
no, you haven't. So I thought episode 3 was really good. By the way,
everything's been really good. The whole thing. I want to talk about it, but apparently I can't.
No, you can't.
Clowns are too busy clowning.
Well, I don't have internet, do I?
I don't want to hear your excuses. You could go to a mate's house, couldn't you? If it were important to you, you'd find a way.
And I'm trying to finish games.
I'm trying to finish games. Shut it. Nobody believes that. You can stop your lies.
I'm
you just said you could have played more games this week, but you chose not to. Now you're trying to take it back.
No, that's because I'm trying to finish it. That's why.
I don't know how I'm trying to finish games comes from I could have played more games this week, but I didn't.
Yeah, but I'm concentrating on one game only. Like,
but you
said, you know.
Okay, whatever.
That's what I'm doing.
No,
I don't know why you're getting
That's
all
not what you
upset
said
about
earlier.
it.
What you said earlier was no. I'll go find the audio. You know I'm recording this, right?
I said I could have played more games, but one game in particular.
That's not what you said. You said I could have played more games, but I didn't. That's what you said.
But what I meant was you just took it the wrong way.
Okay. So in other words, is it fair to say that you maybe didn't? I don't know how to put it. Think before you speak.
Maybe people should think before they speak.
Are you betting me a McDonald's?
We'll let the audio speak for itself because
yes,
let's be honest, dude.
I'm gonna do like rock bottom on The Simpsons. Wait, Mr. Simpson, her sweet can.
Yeah. You'll probably edit it into the beginning of the show, so
exactly.
It sounds exactly
That's gonna
like
be. I'm gonna just play that loop over and over for 20 minutes.
Yeah, it is.
I could have played more games, but I didn't want to.
You'll have to play all of it, though. Don't be
missing
more games,
stuff
out to make it sound worse.
Could have played more games, but I didn't want to.
I'm getting bored of this conversation.
Yeah,
just now getting bored? Jesus, I've been bored of it for 20 minutes. Let's go back to arguing about John Wick some more.
All right.
What else we got?
That's it. There's no more news.
That's not true. There's another news thing I put up there. City Skylines 2 is coming up. Chinny, did you see this?
Yes.
Yes,
you did. I'm very excited. Very excited.
It's Paradox Interactive. Did they make the first one? I don't remember them being the
first ones. Yeah, I think so.
Okay, because Paradox is known for like really complicated news or complicated stuff. Here, wait, gaming news. I don't know how to use OBS. Let me get the trailer.
I feel like I never played the first one enough, to be honest. I played it, but not enough.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with it's the same with SimCity, right? Like, you get a certain amount of play in, and then it's like, okay, now what? You know what I mean? Like, my city's big. Yeah. I can keep making it even bigger. Because I recently reinstalled it. But
yeah,
it's the type of thing where, you know, they have a certain size of your city. The bigger you get, the more stuff you unlock. And so, you know, you can get this and you can get that. But
yeah,
it you know, is basically just variations on the same theme. I have a feeling this is going to be more complicated and involved. The question is, will they still make it fun? Because that's the tough part, right?
It's hard, yeah. I mean, the trailer doesn't really tell you much. It's just a big cinematic. So I always felt like I just didn't play the first one enough. But I did definitely play it to the point where I was like, got a city, what do I do now?
Yeah.
But I also probably didn't play it enough to explore all the things you can do, like having an airport and things like that. But
no doubt.
Yeah.
Now, can I ask
when
a
I
question?
saw the trailer, when I saw the trailer, all I thought was like, I should play the first one more because I still haven't played it that much.
Sure.
Is this what your cities are actually going to look like? It's just CGI. What is
It's a good question. I don't know. I mean,
just a CGI trailer.
This is CGI, but presumably...
No, I know, but it shouldn't be selling... I know all CGI trailers do this. Selling shit that ain't real.
Well, of course. But it may be that this is what the city will look like. The question is going to be like, you know, how much variations they're going to be, and at what scale does it even make sense to show it? Because for most of the first game, you're not looking at individual buildings. You're looking at the town as a whole. You're constantly switching between the regular view of the town and like the sewer, you know, cutaway. Or the power grid, you know, the colors were red.
What's interesting about the CGI trailer is that there's like really poor areas as well, like like sort of ghetto areas, and then like really high end like business areas, which you don't really get like much of a class system in the old cities. So maybe there's more of that stuff.
Well, sure, and I think that they would have to expand on that because one of the things in the first one that was interesting was the sort of happiness levels of different people. So, there's got to be a garbage dump somewhere. You start off putting it way out of town, but eventually your city keeps expanding. At some point, you'll probably expand in that direction, and then people are living near a garbage dump, and they're obviously not going to be too happy.
And who knew? People don't like it when you put a wind farm next to their house.
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah. Used to be electric pylons in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
And was like, you get cancer.
People don't like having cancer.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for it.
I'm curious to know more.
It doesn't tell you when it comes out, though. It just says 2023.
Yeah.
So I reckon I've still got time to play the first one and give it a bash.
Yeah, give it a bash.
Yeah, dynamic events. This article from Game Rant is talking about how the company is promising a far deeper economy.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
The more realistic.
Well, even having a fully fledged dock area where there's obviously cargo coming in and stuff like that.
Yeah, and that's in a lot of city builders these days. So I can totally see that having the situation here now. But on the other hand, a lot of
all that kind of stuff.
But in a lot of the, with SimCity and I think City Skylines 1 at least, the idea was it doesn't really matter where your city is. You have the same chances. And so to have it be dock reliant for your economy to grow past a certain point would be maybe kind of frustrating. Whereas
that might just
builder,
be one small part of the commerce of the city, and the economics. So there could be anything like city trading. There could be like a normal city functions, I suppose.
The bigger question is
a financial district and all that kind of jive.
But the bigger question is, Chinny, have you been seeing the chat? Some people are worried that you look tired.
I am tired.
Okay, so
I can't see the chat. No, I can't.
Tom Lewis says you look tired. Thank you for your concern, Tom Lewis. Now shut up. Stu,
he works hard.
Stu, have you been reading the chat, Stu?
Not really, no.
Because Blake Gaylord says, check the emails! 3 exclamation points. Sounds like we got an email. Are we ready to run this?
I'm just checking now.
I think we're ready.
Whoa, that ruled.
Let me just check it's not gone in spam, but there's nothing here at the moment. Hold up.
Well, who's lying to us about check the emails?
I don't know. I'm just saying there's nothing here.
You can't put 3 exclamation points if there's no email. That's
there's no email.
Illegal.
There's no email. I'm just telling you.
What are you lying to us about, Blake Gaylord?
I don't know. There's no email.
He said I sent an email right there.
Well,
also, Tom Lewis said, miss you streams, Chinny. I think he meant I miss your streams, but it sounds like you miss you very much.
I don't know what to say to you.
I don't
make up an email then. Here, I got it. Blake sent it to me. He sent it to me.
Oh, that's why I haven't got it.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, Veteran Gamers. I love you guys. You rock. I think the video stream is much better when Duke does it than when Chinny did it. And so I think that Skyrim's the best game ever, but Rocket League is also a lot of fun. And hey, have y'all played this Immortals Phoenix Rising? That game's wicked. But the vaults are somehow
you're just making
stupid.
this up, aren't you?
Sincerely, your best friend ever, Blake. P.S. Have more sound effects, please.
Wow.
Bitcoin ain't nothing but soybeans on the computer.
Thank you for sending us that email,
how you know
Blake.
that's how you know that email's fake, because no one ever asked me.
No one asked for more sound effects. Oh my god.
I don't do any streams anymore. Tom was saying in the chat, I don't do any.
Yeah,
I don't
suck
stream
old bub,
games.
Tom.
I don't know why. I don't stream snooker. I don't stream anything.
I guess Stu's not going to say it, so I'll say it. I'm sorry we didn't get your email, Blake. I guess something went wrong.
Send it again. I don't know. Just send it again. Who knows?
Right.
It's not working. It never works. This Duke set it up. I don't know what I say.
What?
It doesn't work.
I think it's fine.
I don't know. Let me just try one. There we go.
Podcast at veterangamers.co.uk.
Yeah, where did you send it, Blake? Forwarded it again. Did you send it to podcast at veterangamers.co.uk?
Let's just see. I'll send the test one from my other account. Here we go. Send. See if it arrives.
Welcome to us testing our email.
We're sending an email to myself.
We're not doing live troublemaking, like troubleshooting.
Troublemaking. We are doing live troublemaking. That's what we do every week.
Yeah, it's not working.
All right, time to do shout out.
It's time for a shout out. Hey!
So does that mean we're getting all sorts of emails and they're just not coming through?
Possibly. There's nothing here. No, I just sent one to myself from my other account and nothing happened.
Great.
Well, that was a bit quick. You got to wait.
Well, it's not. It's usually pretty
email
instantaneous.
aliases off. I mean, we could set up another one. Maybe y'all could set one up at Gmail or something.
I don't know.
Anyway,
this
let's do
doesn't
some
sound
shout-outs.
like a problem that we fix while on
amen.
the show.
Let's do shout-outs.
It's time for a shout out. Hey!
I'll go first.
Well,
Amar,
let's go.
thank you for hipping me up to the thing with the RoboCop and he sent oh yeah. There was this. I was so confused because there's like a LinkedIn profile with like 3 photographs, and then the song started playing. This is how we need me. This is how we need. And I was like, "Why are you sending me this? It makes no sense." And then I realized the name on the LinkedIn profile is Howie, last name Do It.
Oh yeah,
So
how we do it.
this
Yeah.
is how we do it. Very clever. Thank you, Amar. That was funny. Yeah, and Tainted Brain is in Japan, I think. That's pretty cool. And Chinny, thank you for giving us a tour of your home. Stu, thank you for sending me pictures of penises from Rome. And thank you to the Duchess because she said she's getting sick of broccoli, but she's making more broccoli tonight because I like it. So
Broccoli.
and we've got it, so we got to eat it. So, And
There you
thanks
go.
to Daylight Savings Time for making it later now than it would be.
Brilliant.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you've changed. We don't change for another couple of weeks yet.
Yeah. So we're gonna be done.
Well, I'm
late.
I'm gonna shout out the people who tried to send emails and couldn't this week. I'm so sorry. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, sorry.
There you go.
We'll
Sorry.
figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go ahead, Chinny. Do a shout out.
Shout out to Armar for giving
Yeah.
me the Raspberry Retro Pi. That has really helped me during this time. But no, really, yeah. Shout out to the things, and yeah, but mainly Armar. Yeah, thanks, Armar.
Right.
And the armor. There
And
you
thanks,
go.
Mr. Hero,
Armor.
for this shirt that I'm wearing today. You rock. I'm not gonna stand up again,
Mhm.
but trust me, I'm wearing the shirt. Because
He's
some of
wearing
us
it.
care,
He's
and some of
definitely
us
wearing the shirt.
appreciate the fact that you sent us shirts, and some people can't be
Sorry to
bothered
the
actually
audio
wear the
listeners
shirt.
for showing the house, but you can't see it.
Suck old bub, listeners.
But if
Join us
you
for
go
the
onto
video.
the YouTube channel, you'll be able to see it there. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we
There you
done?
go. I think we're done.
All right. Thanks for
All right,
listening.
show's over. No refunds. You heard the robot. Get out.
Won't you?
You get nothing. You lose.
Why don't you just stick on the television set, go and do
Can we
something
say
less
it?
boring instead? Sitting at home, watch TV, learning how to smoke good Sunday. Why don't you?
Oh. There you go.
There you
I have
go.
got there is a weird email in spam, but I can't imagine it's real. But the fact that it's actually not sending anything through is a bit odd.
That is a bit odd. Well,
But we've got an email that says, "Dear podcast, your account podcast at VeteranGamers.co.uk has been flagged and blacklisted. Your privacy and security is our primary concern. New
Who's it
status
from?
delivery process on hold."
who's it from?
I think it says mail delivery system, but then there's a weird mfawiz@yahoo.com. So I'm assuming
that
that's
sounds
just
like
bullshit.
phishing bullshit. Yeah.
But isn't
especially,
it amazing?
especially
though?
because it says "Dear Podcast," like it's phishing. It would
Yeah,
have Fred
it
at
is.
Gmail or whatever.
yeah, it
so
would
it's-
do. Yeah.
That is
yeah.
it is in spam. But what are the chances, though, that happens in the same week that we've not got any emails and someone says he sent one? You know, and
Well,
I tried to send one.
That's it. They prey upon you because they expect some people to not have emails. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, I didn't have an email. That's why I'm not getting emails." Click,
Yeah.
bam, spam.
Yeah, you try and send an email, Duke, and see if yours comes through.
Okay, I'm gonna record this. I'm gonna hit stop on the recording.
Yeah, there's no
No,
need to
keep
read it.
recording. It's such great content.
Podcast at VeteranGamers.co.uk. I don't know why it's not coming through.
All right,
the
I'm doing
email
this.
address
Hang on a
is that.
second. Wait, here we go.
Okay, that's enough. No more talking.
Bye.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
bye.
that's done. I'm gonna hit stop. Thank you for watching, everybody. I'm gonna hit stop on the stream.